great sci-fi adventure plot as a starting point, right? We call it The Way Home. And it's like, how do we find each other? How do we find ourselves? How do we find each other? And how do we connect together to find the way home? As I like to say, from ego to we go. Yeah. I mean, you know what that they also say is if you want to change the world, change yourself. And that you know, there's all these, again, it keeps coming back to narrative. Are we talking the same level narrative here? Because the world is like a game, it's like a program that is running and it's reflective and it's a manifestation of the group intention, right? And so it's like this early 21st century, you know, late stage capitalism dystopia isn't the best narrative we could choose, right? But it's a level of discernment of our collective consciousness. And so, you know, going within, if you want to change the world, yeah, we've got to keep continuing to try to do the right thing in the world, but also the biggest gains you can make are within. And so if you can have a sense of who and what you really are and an awakening of that, that changes your relationship with what you're in, you know, and the things you can choose in the world. So the world changes through the changes you make in yourself. And so I think that is the greatest thing that people can do is to get in touch with their own consciousness, because that is how you find the way home, right? You've got to understand what you are. And the less we attach with the body, and obviously we're pretty attached with the body. Like we're very, you know, everyone fears this death word, but actually it's a verb, it's dying. They're fearing the act of letting go of the body, of the known, of contracting, holding on, attachment to this. But the more you sort of journey interdimensionally with sacred earth medicines in a shamanic container, I think the more you realize there's more out there. And it's about ego transcendence, not ego death. Is that there's a transition point within which you surrender to the medicine, you trust, and then you go on a journey. And it's like, well, here we are, we're on a journey down here, and we've forgotten, and there's more to the game, right? So the training of going into the larger ecology of the energetic realms that it opens up is like training in the cohesion of your consciousness to participate in what's coming up.